Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is another request from Walter. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, movie reviews or re-reviews, commentaries, playthroughs, video game let's tries, whatever the case may be, I'll get to it as soon as I can. You can feel free to request it. PayPal is usually the best bet. I do have a Patreon and a CashApp because people have asked about it. All those links are in the info box, wherever it's at nowadays on YouTube. And I'll get to it as soon as I can. So Walter wanted me to react to his rankings of the Chucky designs. This is his list from least favorite to favorite. Number 12, the remake. Chucky was good, but his look was border. He says was bordering. I don't know what he meant. Maybe he meant boring and terrible and so distracting. No, I don't agree with that. I think it looked as good, or I would say better than Colt or Curse. 11, Chucky with a buzz cut, Cult of Chucky. 10, Chucky from Curse. Before the stars are revealed, his face looks fat and weird. Number 9, the Chucky design from Cult of Chucky. I guess the one without the buzz cut. Number 8, the Chucky design in Season 1 of the TV show. Number 7, his first look in the original film. Number 6, his look in the original film after he got his face burned by the detective. 5, Curse of Chucky after he reveals his stars. 4, the Seed of Chucky design. 3, the Child's Play 2 design. 2, the Child's Play 3 design. 1, the Bride of Chucky design. What are your favorites and least favorite Chucky designs in the franchise? Well, first off, I don't like when he had the stitches and stuff on his face. I get why. Is after Child's Play 3 where he got ripped up by the fan, so he's put back together. Although, to be honest, he's been ripped apart in other movies as well. In part 1, he was shot to shit. In part 2, he was turned to a melting pot. And that didn't stop it, so I get that they wanted to change up the design, but I never was a fan of that design, so that's not my favorite. My favorite design is probably part 2, because they took what was in part 1 and they were able to get a bit more into the animatronics. They were able to finesse it and fine-tune it a bit. And yeah, I would say part 2 is my favorite design. What they were able to do with the doll, like when he's walking up with the ruler to go after the teacher. I think that's, how he's able to mimic like being angry and his lip syncing. I think part 2 was the best in terms of that. Then I would say part 1, I think they was able to do a lot of good stuff for that time period before he got burned. I'm talking about that design. Does that one, I mean, even though it may be antiquated compared to part 2, there's still something to it that certain, I wouldn't say creepy, but there's a certain factor that made it still look different compared to all the others that you see mimicked on the VHS cover. And something about where he looked, I don't know how to put it, maybe just the way they did the older school effects in the 80s, where maybe there's some rough stuff around the edges, but it brought a bit of a charm to it, to Chucky, that added to it. And it just, maybe I'm just nostalgic to it because that's the, I watched that film a lot growing up as a kid. So that's my second favorite, is the part 1 before he got burned. Then I would say Child's Play 3 design, which is like Child's Play 2, maybe a step back, so not as articulate as part 2, but I still thought it was pretty good design. So I would say 2, 1 before he got burned, and then 3. Then I guess on this list, I guess I would say after he got burned in the first one, it was a bit unique. Well, like how it's all messed up and going after him, and the head is popped off, and very memorable scene in that movie. So I guess that would be next. That'd be number 4. Number 5, honestly, I would say the remake. I don't think it looks distracting. I thought it looked fine for what they're going for. It's supposed to be this toy that's sold in stores and has this little AI thing, which is becoming more apparent nowadays, so it's not that far off. And it doesn't want to be just a carbon copy, but wants to pay respect to the original. So I didn't mind the design on that. That was so I would say that's number 5. Then I guess Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, because at least those are look like they had a bit of money put into them for the effects of the doll. So I guess that'd be 6 and 7. God, then after that you get into the shit. So that's 5 more. God. Can I just say they all suck after that and just end the video? I can't remember the difference they looked from Curse the Cult of Chucky. I mean, they were all equally terrible to me. They all looked cheap as fuck. I'll go with... they all look terrible. I'll just say the Chucky design in season 1 of the TV show, just because I have to pick one after that. Then I'll go with, I don't know, Chucky with a buzz cut and Cult of Chucky, I guess. Then I'll go with the stars revealed in Curse of Chucky. Then I'll go with Curse and Cult of Chucky and Futty Mutty and the Ducky and Don Mancini, the fucking fettuccine. Fuck them all. Fuck all this shit. I'm tired of Chucky. I'm tired of the making Chucky stuff. I watched a couple episodes of the Chucky show because there was a request. The person didn't request anymore because either they were bored with it or bored with me or both. I don't blame them. And yeah, that show fucking sucks. And I only saw the first couple episodes of season 1. I like the Child's Play remake. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. I really don't. I think there's enough merit in it to stand on its own. I really do. I hate Curse of Chucky. I hate Cult of Chucky. I hate that TV show. You hate everything. I just said I like the Child's Play remake. But I hate everything. I know. Except what I don't. But yeah, all those later ones from Curse of Chucky to the TV show, they all can be in a dumpster, a cum dumpster. Except the Child's Play remake. But, I mean, like, the Don Mancini stuff. They don't be in the cum dumpster where he wants to belong. Since he wants to have a bunch of boys 10 years old kissing, or however, 12, 11 years old kissing and ready to fuck. Because he's a weirdo. Because they're gay? No, because he's a weirdo. Because he wants little kids to kiss and make love to each other. Because he's a fucking weirdo. I don't need to see the love story of a bunch of 11, 12-year-olds. Maybe that's just me. I don't know why you would write that for your big story, for your big TV show, and be like, yeah, it's great. It happens. It shouldn't. If the parents were worth a shit. Wait till you're 18, then you do it. Goddamn. That's just me, though. Hey, you know. I'm going off tangent. Don Mancini's a weirdo. So yeah, my favorite is Child's Play 2 design, the original, and 3 design. The worst, Everything in Curse and Cult of Chucky, I think, are the worst ones, design wise, for the character. I would say Curse and Cult. The designs, they look cheap. They look weird and even more low budget. They just look like the design is off enough to be noticeable and just distracting. Like that, what you said about the remake, to me, those were distracting. And Curse and Cult, those were distracting. To me, at least. But that's just me. So with that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.